After nearly a year and a half of little Orrin and Orson West being missing, there is finally an update. And I am heartbroken by it, but I am not surprised. On Tuesday, March 1st, around 7 p.m., Bakersfield police finally arrested Trezell and Jacqueline West for the murders of their two adopted sons, Orrin and Orson. And they are currently being charged with second-degree murder, 2 counts of child abuse, and 1 count of false reporting in an emergency. And they are both looking at 30 years to life, according to Kern County DA Cynthia Zimmer. Now, that last charge for false reporting seems to be because they fabricated this whole missing persons case from the beginning, making teams go out searching for the 2 missing boys, all of the police resources that were misused. So basically all of these resources were misused when the entire time Trezell and Jacqueline knew that the boys were not in fact missing. And on top of that, just as we suspected, it seems that the authorities are now saying that the brothers were actually murdered months before they were actually reported missing, even though their bodies have still not been found. And DA Zimmerman was actually quoted saying, "This morning, I am saddened to announce that the investigation has revealed that Orrin and Orson West are deceased." In the last year that I've seen this case blown up online, the main theory I've seen spoken about, there was no proof of life through photos that either of the boys had made the move from Bakersfield to Cal City. There were no photos of the boys at Halloween, which was very strange. There was no surveillance footage of the boys even leaving the home. There was a whole bunch of sketchy stuff. Well, now police are also too saying that they believe that Orrin and Orson were actually killed about 3 months before the adoptive parents even reported them missing. Now, despite all of this, the DA has declined to reveal any of the information that led authorities to believe that Trezell and Jacqueline actually killed the boys in September 2020, not when they were reported missing. And I'm really interested for when this does go to trial, what comes out. There was actually a grand jury in December that heard testimony from dozens of witnesses, and DA Zimmerman said, "We were able to prove to the grand jury that the boys have died, that they were murdered. And we did that through a combination of direct and circumstantial evidence." And the grand jury was convinced that they were dead. Law enforcement also mentioned that they have additional suspects, and I'm really interested and curious in who those people might be. Like, who else was involved in this cover-up? Now, if you guys haven't seen my coverage on this case, I definitely recommend going and watching it. I'll have it linked down below. But if you are familiar with this case, you would know about all of the red flags, especially in the interview that Trezell and Jacqueline gave pretty soon after they reported the boys missing. Their actions in that interview were beyond strange. The majority of people seemed to suspect that they were guilty, and now it's all starting to make sense. And it's unfortunate that we were right, because that means that these 2 little boys aren't out there being loved and warm and happy. That something very terrible happened to them, and they're not with us anymore. So, Trezell and Jacqueline, they ended up having a hearing on Thursday where they pled not guilty, but they thankfully were denied bail. They were deemed flight risks. But yeah, what do you guys think about this news? This is not the case that I was planning on putting out for you guys this week. This just kind of happened, and so I really wanted to get it out to update you guys. I'm working on another case right now that'll be up hopefully next week. I've just been working a lot recently. Everything opened up in Toronto. I've been super busy at my work. I've been working extra hours, so I haven't really been having any time at home to do anything. But let's chat about this case below, how you feel about it, about this update. Do you think one of them will turn on the other one and talk? And who do you think would be most likely to do so? With that, guys, that is a sum up of everything that was released this week. I will be back with you guys if there's any other updates on this case. And of course, if you're not subscribed, I recommend hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so that you're notified when I do post. I do post weekly true crime videos, sometimes more if I have enough free time, which I haven't recently. And of course, subscribing also helps me be able to grow this channel so that I can put out more and more content for you guys. I can spend more time on the content, and I can help spread the word about these cases. So with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Let's chat about this case below. Bye.